Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live broadcast of the New York Knicks as Boston Celtics game, valid for the 2024 to 2025 NBA playoff game. My name is Esteban Monsalve, and I will be your host for this game. We will offer you per-game analysis, score updates, and live news here on VAVL. The game will be played at the TD Garden. The Boston Celtics vs. New York Knicks game will be played at the TD Garden, located in the city of Boston and the state of Massachusetts in the United States. This venue, inaugurated in 1955, has a capacity for 19,580 spectators. Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics are coming off the first game of the series against the New York Knicks. At the TD Garden, the team came into that game looking to get off to a good start against their rivals after showing superiority against the Orlando Magic in the first round by winning the matchup 4-1. After the Knicks overcame a 20-point deficit in the third quarter to win the first meeting in overtime last Monday, the Celtics are forced to avoid a 0-2 deficit before the scene shifts to New York for Game 3. New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are coming off the most surprising blow of the conference semifinals by winning the first game of the series against the Boston Celtics, coming from a clear disadvantage at the end of the third period. The team must now be cautious to face the second game of the series because despite the victory, they also left many aspects to correct, such as free throws, 17 of 31, and defensive play, where Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson had foul problems, committing 3 fouls in the first half. However, with the partial advantage, they leave all the pressure on their rivals, and the possibility of increasing it with their 2 games at home give them a greater hope of being able to dream of the Eastern Conference Finals. NBA playoffs. The NBA playoff is the elimination phase that follows the NBA regular season, where the best teams from each conference, East and West, compete for the championship. Play-in tournament. Teams ranked 7th to 10th in each conference play a mini-tournament to decide the last 2 playoff spots, 7th and 8th. Traditional playoffs. 8 teams per conference participate. Played in a best-of-7 games direct elimination format, whoever wins 4 advances. The rounds are as follows. First round, conference semifinals. Conference finals, NBA finals, winner of the East versus winner of the West. This happened in Game 1. The game started evenly, but as the game went on, the Celtics performed better and took the lead in the first quarter and defended it very well in the second. The third started with a more intense Knicks that got closer to the scoreboard without matching it. However, in the last quarter, the game changed and both teams alternated the lead until the tie in the fourth. In overtime, the visitor won. The scores were 26-25, 35-20, 23-30, 16-25, and 2-8. Where to watch the game live? The New York Knicks vs. Boston Celtics game will be broadcast live on TNT and ESPN. If you want to watch directly on streaming, NBA League Pass and Disney+. If you want to watch it online, VAVL is your best option. Follow the New York Knicks vs. Boston Celtics live with VAVL. In a few moments, New York Knicks vs. Boston Celtics live as well as the latest information from the stadium. Don't miss a single detail of the New York Knicks as Boston Celtics match live with VAVL's comments. Welcome. Welcome to live real-time coverage of the New York Knicks vs. Boston Celtics game, corresponding to the NBA playoffs 2024-25. We begin with the hour before Game 2 of the series. Celtics. The Boston Celtics are coming off the first game of the series against the New York Knicks. At the TD Garden, the team came into the game with the goal of getting off to a good start against their rivals after showing superiority against the Orlando Magic in the first round, winning the matchup 4-1. New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are coming off the most surprising upset of the conference semifinals, winning Game 1 of the series against the Boston Celtics after falling behind late in the third period. History. Boston Celtics 105-108 New York Knicks proroga. New York Knicks 117-119 Boston Celtics proroga. Boston Celtics 118-105 New York Knicks. New York Knicks 104-131 Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics 132-109 New York Knicks. Odds. Boston Celtics win with handicap -10 at 1.85. Joe Mazzulla's team is again the odds-on favorite as in the first game, where they suffered an inexplicable disconnection in the second half. Boston is not only obliged to win, but also to make a good impression before the series moves to Madison Square Garden. Game 1. Second surprise in the beginning of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. If on Sunday it was the Indiana Pacers who beat the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road, this Monday the New York Knicks stormed the TD Garden in Boston, led by a great Jalen Brunson. The Celtics squandered a 20-point lead midway through the third quarter and lost in overtime to the New York Knicks, who were more successful in three-pointers. Boston Celtics starting 5, New York Knicks starting 5. The match begins. The ball is in play and the New York Knicks as Boston Celtics live and in real time, corresponding to the NBA playoffs 2024-25. Place your bets, readers. 1Q1134. It is Jalen Duren who gets a double basket. This after receiving the ball from Ausar Thompson. What a game that started quite sorrowed. The Knicks stay up on the board. 7-6. 1Q94. The Celtics are slowly starting to take off on the scoreboard and are looking for three-pointers to keep getting important points. The Suns have not been able to defend in the best way and continue down on the scoreboard. We are having a good first quarter. 1Q723. Karl Anthony gets 2 points after making 2 free throws. This after a personal foul committed by Peyton Pritchard. The Knicks look to generate in front, but with fouls and baskets from the opponents, they can't get closer. 1Q516. Celtics get a great three-pointer by Horford to increase their advantage and continue to have control of this first quarter in their hands. They also defend in a great way and look better on the court. We are about to reach the final stretch of this first quarter. 1Q35. Boston calls a timeout after Suns came dangerously close on the scoreboard. They are 3 points away from tying this game and are looking to adjust to avoid that. They have lowered a bit the intensity with which they get to the basket. 1Q12. The Knicks squad after a great ball for the locals. It is Jalen Brunson who consummates the basket with 2 points in favor of the locals. Previously, Cunningham added 2 free throws. End of the first quarter. Second quarter begins. The Knicks squad after a great ball for the locals. It is Jalen Brunson who consummates the basket with 2 points in favor of the locals. Previously, Cunningham added 2 free throws. 2Q1047. Boston Celtics already has 20 points of advantage. Huge reaction of the locals to take this great advantage on the scoreboard and make the TD Garden explode with this good advantage and great pace of the game. They look very comfortable on the court. Get real-time updates on New York Knicks as Boston Celtics live coverage minute by minute of the match, score and result online, stream information, how to watch, TV channel, lineups, latest updates, and time of the NBA playoffs 2024-25 with VAVEL. Game will start. Boston Celtics versus New York Knicks. Full highlights. First Qtr May 7, 2025 NBA highlights.